Hi, it's Dave from DaveJonesGuitar.co.uk again. We're going to look at a new song today. This one we're going to look at today is a famous old Irish song actually, but it was recorded by a band called Thin Lizzy. Made a famous version of it. I believe Metallica done a version of it as well. We're going to look at the Thin Lizzy version just because it's got slightly more interesting beginning. The riff and the chords remain the same for both versions, but the beginning is quite interesting with the Thin Lizzy one, and that gets all your fingers working, and we'll be doing some slurring techniques, hammer-ons, pull-offs, that sort of thing, a couple of string bends perhaps. So I'll play through it for you, the beginning, slowly, and then we'll take it phrase by phrase. So the beginning sounds like this. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with our little finger on the 8th fret of the high E string. You can download this tab off of the website, it's free, so please feel free to do so. And we're going to start off with the 8th fret, we're going to play it twice, and then we're going to pull off to the 7th, and then 7, pull off to the 8th, and then we're going to bend the 8th, and I've got full bend there. What you do is you're bending the 8th fret, which is a G note, up to the pitch of the A, and then we're going to pull off 8-5, upper string, 7-5, and then very quick 7-6-5 using the 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, and then we're going to go. So that was pulling off from on the D string from 7 to 5, hammering on quickly, and then moving down a string for hammering on from 4 to 7, 1st finger to 4th finger, and then hammer on, pull off on 5. It's called a trill. 7 and then 5 with a little bit of vibrato on the bottom, and then coming down like I say, to follow this closely you're going to need to look at the tab while you're doing it, and then we're going to go from a G using an E major bar chord shape. If you can't do the bar chord shape, just do a power chord, G, F, or the song goes G, F, and onto E minor, which leads us into the song. And the song starts with a riff. If you want to play it as a 2 guitar part, the chords that go over the riff are E minor followed by G. 2 bars of E minor, 1, 2, 3, and then G, and then E minor again, and then G, and then it goes into the chords for the song. And the riff, we're going to start the 7th fret. I'm sure you've heard this riff before, but it goes slowly, so, and it does that 3 times. So for that part of the riff, what we're doing, we're starting with the 7th fret with our 1st finger on the G string, we're playing it twice, and then without replucking, we pluck the 7 and hammer on to 9 with our 3rd finger. Go down a string, 1st finger, 7 on the B, hammering on to 8, back up to the G string with the 3rd finger, 9, back down to the B string where your 1st finger could have been positioned already on 7, and then back up, roll your finger, if you can, up to onto the G string, and then hammer on to 9, and then on the B string with your 2nd finger, 8. Now if you do that really, really slowly and use the right fingers, you'll pick the riff up relatively quickly. But you do need to do it slowly, and the correct fingering is of paramount importance, so you don't tie your hand up in knots, and so your fingers learn what they're actually going to do in this riff. So 1st finger for all the notes at the 7th fret, 2nd finger for all the notes at the 8th fret, and 3rd finger for all the notes at the 9th fret. As I say, you do that riff, it'll run out of time on the YouTube video, so you do that riff 3 times, and then you've got a riff down this end. The end part of the riff goes, and what we're doing that, we're playing the G string open twice, and then we'll play it open again, and as we do it, we're going to do a double hammer on. You can pluck the note, if you can't do the hammer-ons yet, you could pluck them, but we want to try and perfect these hammer-on, pull-off, slurring type techniques. So if you can, have a go at it. You're going to hammer onto the G string at the 2nd fret with the 1st finger, and then at the 4th fret with the 3rd finger, and then with your 2nd finger play it's a D note, but it's on the B string at the 3rd fret with the 2nd finger, open string again on the G, 2nd fret of the G, open G again, and then this time we're going to play the 2nd fret, and without replucking, slide to the 4th fret. It's called a grace note, but don't worry too much about that. Sliding is another good technique in lead guitar playing. So what you do is you play the note, and without releasing the pressure, you slide up to the 4th fret. So that's the riff. 3 times on that. And then we're into the chord section of the song. Starting off with the verse. We're doing a G chord here, and we're going to use this pattern. I've done some lessons on strumming patterns. I'll be putting some more up. Pretty basic, the chords in this for good beginner chords. G, E minor, C chord, and another G in the verse. And then in the chorus we've got a C chord for 4 bars, D, and then back to 2 C's and a G. So I think we start with a D. That's it. D for, get myself mixed up. D for 2 bars, 4 C's, 2 G's in the chorus. So we'll strum through it together. Now we're going to use this pattern. It's very common in lots of rock pop things. I mean, the most important thing is, as I've said before in lessons, you keep your right arm, if you're right-handed, or left arm if you're left-handed, whatever, strumming, moving up and down at the same time. Just getting the camera shot a bit more. This pattern's going to go down, 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 which is a nice pattern to keep your arm moving. If you miss the strings occasionally, it doesn't matter. As long as this arm's moving at the same speed and you're changing chords in the right place. But that pattern will help you change chords in the right place. So we've got 2 bars of G, 2 bars of E minor, 2 bars of C, pattern twice again, back to G. And if you're listening to the record, that goes around twice, and then we're into the chorus, the whack for my daddy-o bit. That goes 2 bars of D, same pattern, 4 bars of C, 2 bars of G. That only goes once, it doesn't repeat. So you've got D, C, whack for my daddy-o bit. Back to G. And then you're back into the riff again. And it's a good song, well known, good sing along. Get you doing your hammer-ons, pull-offs, bit of string bending. So I deliberately use an acoustic guitar, not an electric guitar for it, because I know some people don't have electric guitars, and it doesn't mean that you can't play some of these cool songs. You can't get up here to real widdly bits, but it means you can still play some pretty cool songs with the hammer-ons, pull-offs, bends, and that sort of thing. And like I say, I've gone through it quite quickly because I wanted to keep to time, but you can check out the tab www.davejonesguitar.co.uk, creatively titled, and I'll see you again sometime.